But as a fintech, you can design from the ground up and get all these little details right. And this is something where my business partner, Robert, and I actually spend a good deal of time with some of our clients, kind of just designing from scratch so that when you enter the affiliate channel, your back end processes are designed in the right way.
Welcome to Affiliate Marketing for Lenders. I'm your host, Carlos Caro. Banks spend billions of dollars per year advertising in affiliate channels. It's a complex, high-stakes game, and I'm here to guide you through it. If you're a lender that wants to grow your affiliate program, you're in the right place. Let's dig in.
So today we're going to tackle a big foundational question, and it's really around why should I bother spending my time with affiliates at all? In our last episode, we talked about affiliate marketing channels and how they work, the dynamics between the publishers and the lenders. So hopefully by now you have an understanding of what it is we're talking about. Today it's a conversation around why. Why should I invest the energy to figure out what sounds like a fairly complex, big investment for me and my organization? We're just going to go straight to the money here to kick off the conversation. Fortunately, we have 6 big publishers in the consumer lending affiliate space that publish their revenues publicly. I'm going to post links to all these public filings in the show notes. You can go read them in detail. I'm going to give you a really high level just to kind of answer the question, like, how many dollars are we talking about here? How much money are lenders spending on affiliate marketing? How many accounts does that translate to roughly per year? Again, the idea is to give you a grounded, high-level sense of the answer, acknowledging that the answer is always going to be different depending on the product category you're in, your footprint across the country, the scale of your underwriting. There's no way to answer the question specifically for you and your organization. So we're going to keep it to kind of a high level here. All right, so let's kind of kick off here. We're going to start with Credit Karma. They reported their quarter ending April 30th this year, 2024, reported revenue at $443 million. Full year guidance at $1.66 billion for the full year. So there's kind of our first data point. We'll move to Experian. They reported at $1.8 billion for the year ending March 2023. Their consumer services division includes subscription products that they offer customers, things like identity theft products, credit monitoring products, where generally the model is the customer pays some amount of money per month to subscribe. And then obviously their marketplace revenue is baked in there as well. So it's hard to know exactly what percent of that 1.8 billion is the affiliate marketing revenue. But there's our second data point. NerdWallet, they reported 162 million for Q1 of 2024. That annualizes to 648 million for the full year. Next, we'll talk about LendingTree. They reported 672 million for their fiscal 2023. QuinStreet reported 168 million in their most recent quarter. That annualizes to exactly 672, just like LendingTree. And then lastly, the MoneyLion reported their Q1 2024 at 121 million. So look, if you add this all up, it adds to about 6 billion a year in revenue. And we just talked about reasons why we know this isn't all consumer lending affiliate marketing revenue. But if I had to give you my best guess, I kind of land at 3 to 4 billion per year is the amount of money consumer lenders are spending across just these 6 affiliate marketing channels. Now, if you go add in Red Ventures, Bulldog Media Group, and a very long tail of medium and kind of smaller players in the category, I wouldn't be surprised if you end up landing in 5, 6, 7 billion per year in affiliate marketing spend going to these publishers. The number could very easily be larger than that, but I think 5 to 7 billion is a conservative take on what the real answer is. So there you go, top level spend. If you wanted to think through, well, what does that mean as far as, well, how many new accounts are actually being opened through these channels? Take what you think might be an average blended CPA across all this. So we know the CPAs are very different across super prime, prime, subprime, but any reasonable blend I come up with nets me out at tens of millions of new accounts being opened per year through these affiliate marketing channels. So long way of saying of this is big, grounded in public data. You should probably be paying attention to it. The other thing I'll note, and I mentioned this in the last episode, is I run an agency called New Market Growth. We help lenders with their affiliate marketing programs. And I think we tend to attract lenders who are disproportionately heavy in their marketing spend when it comes to affiliate. So being good versus being exceptional on the channel just makes a really big difference to them specifically. So I think we see a sampling of lenders who overweight on affiliate, but I regularly see numbers in like the 20 to 50% range of what percent of their total book is coming from affiliate. So that's just to kind of give you an idea of like, okay, what does this all mean as far as what percentage of my acquisition might be coming from channels like this? I think that's a pretty reasonable range. All right, so let's step back up to the big question here we're exploring, which is why should I promote my lending products in affiliate channels? We just talked through the size of the space. We talked through some numbers. Hopefully you're convinced now it's a big category worth paying attention to. In the second half of this episode, I want to give you some softer reasons, and these are kind of targeted and designed for a head of partnerships or a head of marketing, someone in kind of the customer acquisition function that's selling affiliate to the broader organization and getting the organization excited. Hopefully the top line numbers speak for themselves, but there's a host of reasons that I think go beyond just the pure size of the opportunity that are just worth talking through here in some detail. So I broke this up into 4 categories. Things your CMO might get excited about, things your product and or strategy team might get excited about, things your risk team might get excited about, and then finally, reasons for the CFO to get excited. I'll walk through these and kind of lay out the high-level arguments across each of these buckets. What I'll say before I dive in is that the case to build an affiliate is very nuanced and particular to each lender. So depending on the category you're in, depending on the scale of your business, what your offer is, what your competitive advantage is, your digital assets, et cetera, this business case per se can be personalized and tweaked so that it really lands within your organization. If that's something you'd like some help thinking through, I'd be happy to talk to you and get more context about what it is you're doing, your performance in other channels, and really help you nail that business case internally so that you can get going and start signing deals and driving traffic through affiliate channels. All right, so let's talk through reasons for the CMO to get excited. So the first one is that affiliates, you don't have to risk any marketing budget. So let me expand on what I mean by that. For the most part, affiliate deals are based on the bottom of funnel outcome. So I'm going to a NerdWallet or an Experian and I'm saying, hey, when you source a new customer for me, I'm going to pay you X. Again, it's not about sourcing a lead or a click or an application. It's having the customer go all the way through your underwriting and having a loan being issued. So in that sense, you're not risking marketing budget. Contrast that to, say, Google, paid search, or display ads where money goes out the door at the top of the funnel. You're not guaranteed any outcomes on the bottom of the funnel. So you're always subject to this marketing risk of, well, will my customers convert, and et cetera, all the risks relating to conversion rate. So that comes off the table. Second one is, I call it nearly eliminating creative as a source of failure. What I mean by that here is you're not designing creative from scratch. These affiliates generally have their style, the way they talk about products in a listing page. Customers are already in kind of a transaction and shopping mindset when they show up. So by and large, you're sharing your card art, your offer terms, your marketing bullets, and you do have to be thoughtful about what those marketing bullets say so that your offer is differentiated from the rest of the offers out there. But you're not net creating creative from scratch. And contrast that with direct mail, for example, where if it's the first time you're sending mail, you're going to have no idea what that letter should say, how it should be branded, whether it should be 1 page or 2 page. And you might go through 4, 5, 6, 7 iterations before you land on a creative that's going to perform at a CAC that's acceptable to you. You're not going to find that nearly as often in an affiliate. The affiliate's going to guide you and interview you on what your product is and what you think the customer should take away from your marketing bullets, and they're going to craft that message so that it lands. So you're de-risking creative dramatically. Reason 3, and this connects a little bit to what I talked in the first half of the episode, just the sheer scale. You're going to have plenty of room to scale before you need another channel, assuming you're building an affiliate first. Super big category, and you may not have to touch any channel for potentially years, and still grow at maybe triple digit rates per year. The iteration cycles tend to be quick. Again, let's contrast this with direct mail, where you might go months, even quarters between creative cycles on targeting, cycles on pricing, etc. In affiliate, you can drop a whole new set of products, experiences within, and on some channels within days. So you're going to be able to learn very, very quickly. And that's just going to mean you're going to get better faster in the channel than you might in some of the other ones that have slower cycles. Number 5, some channels give you the ability to set volume limits, for example. So say you're a fintech and you can only do 5,000 loans per month. If you're open and transparent with your affiliate partners around what budgets you have and how much volume you can take, there's usually something they're able to do to kind of help you manage that. And then 6, I think this is a really important one. It provides the incentive for the whole organization to improve conversion, improve the product. And I talked about this in the prior episode, but affiliate channels are a meritocracy. So to win, you have to have a great product, you have to have a great conversion funnel. Turns out those are the same things you need to win in channels like SEM and paid social and direct mail, etc. The challenge with those other channels, but let's pick on direct mail for a second. You can get away with not having the best funnel and the best conversion rate and still have a functional direct mail program. And the reason is it's not as cutthroat competitive, right? The consumer isn't staring at all the other options when they pick up your letter, which is a reason to invest in direct mail, by the way. But if you think about it on the affiliate side, if you have a killer affiliate program, chances are your product's great, your funnel's great. And that means you're going to compete extremely well on these other channels like SEM, direct mail, etc. And oftentimes in affiliate, your biggest lever is tightening your conversion rate and making that really, really strong. So it becomes a forcing function for the organization to get their act together on conversion. I've seen that kind of pay dividends and benefits in other channels. So that's CMO bucket. Let's move to strategy bucket. 2 big themes. One is just you're going to have the ability to run A/B tests in many of these affiliate channels. And these tests are going to be around things like your pricing strategy, your underwriting strategy, your product features, the bonuses you issue. You're going to be able to run clean A/Bs. These are difficult to execute in other channels, and you're able to do it not perfectly, I would say, but in a much cleaner fashion in some of these affiliate marketing channels. And that just becomes an advantage because now you're learning within affiliate, but you're learning lessons that can scale to everything you do, whether it's paid media, native customers that come your way. Number 2 is your affiliate partners will generally provide market research and/or competitive benchmarking reports. They're incentivized to help you create a business case internally to convert better. So they're generally going to show you how your conversion rate stacks up against the field. They're going to show you your opportunities. They're going to show you that, for example, you have a competitor who they won't normally name, but you'll have a competitor whose application rate is 40% while yours is 30%. And that kind of gives you data to say, okay, well, what about my funnel could I improve? How do I get to that industry leading 40%? So you end up getting a lot of kind of competitive intelligence, and you end up getting that for free for the most part from the affiliate channels. And again, that helps you get smarter, not just in the affiliate channels, but across the board. So those are kind of 2 strategy/product benefits I normally see. Let's pivot to risk. I'll keep these relatively quick. One is a lot of these affiliates allow you to target based on credit bureau data. So it turns the channels into digital direct mail, and that's going to be music to your risk team's ears, knowing that you can show up as a marketer with your buy box. It's well defined based on credit bureau data, and that your ads will only be served within the buy box that you actually approve. The second order effect there is that you're going to be able to put badges next to your advertising that help your customer kind of get calibrated on what their real approval odds are. And each affiliate has their own way of doing this and their own language, but imagine showing up to a website where you see, for example, the Citi Double Cash card, and it's just a generic link to the card. Compare that to an ad that says, "Hey, Carlos, I ran your credit bureau data, and I know you have excellent odds of approval for this card because I'm familiar with their underwriting strategy, and I can tell you're in their box." Right? That's a very different message. It's a very different click-through rate, and you end up getting a different audience coming through. They tend to be positively selected applicants, and that becomes kind of selling point number 2 for your risk team. Is like, if you execute affiliate correctly, the volume of negatively selected applicants as compared to other channels just ends up looking very favorable. And then the third, you end up getting some fraud mitigation for free, effectively, and that's because many of these affiliates require the customer to log in to see offers, and that login step means they verified who the customer is, they've matched their identity to the credit bureau, and as a result, you're going to get a much higher percentage of real authentic human beings who are applying for your product versus fraudsters or bots, things of that nature. And lastly, quickly on the CFO bucket, before we kind of wrap up here. Number 1, you're not going to need an army of employees to pull off affiliate marketing. I've seen teams do this with just 1 or 2 employees. Generally, there's a senior person on the team that's very familiar with affiliate and has done them and has kind of managed the channel in a previous life. Our agency, New Market Growth, plays that role for some of our customers. They may have a couple of junior resources, and we're kind of the strategy layer. The takeaway for the CFO is you're not going to need a ton of people that you don't already have. You're going to need your risk teams, you're going to need your product teams, but generally those people are already on staff. So incrementally to run the channel, you may need a partner manager or 2. I talked earlier about the certainty around CACs, and kind of the CFO point here is, as your percentage of affiliate grows, you'll actually create an anchor for your overall program on cost of acquisition. So there's generally going to be a high level of certainty on how much you're going to pay per account in affiliate. It may move up or down 10, 20%, but it's not going to move up or down 40, 50, 60% like you might see in other performance marketing channels. That helps with forecasting, revenue and cost management, etc. And lastly, it's a growing category. So just being in an affiliate, the trend we've seen over the last several years is that these affiliate channels are generally growing year over year. And by having exposure to that growing channel, your top line customer acquisitions will grow as well. Before we wrap up this section, I want to mention another benefit of having an affiliate marketing program, and that's effectively the experiences you can create with your affiliate partners that you'd have a really hard time creating on your own. And without going too far down a rabbit hole here, I'll just give you a couple examples of things I see in the market that create a really nice shopping experience for users, that amplify your brand, amplify your affiliate partner's brand, and really create the foundation for why I think this category continues to grow for a very long time. One is what many call pre-filled applications. Let's think of an affiliate like the Experian marketplace. To use their product, you generally need to log in. And once you log in, they can pull your credit and they can show you personalized offers. But another thing that happens there after you log in, because you've created an account with Experian, they know your name, your address, your email, your date of birth, all that. So with a simple consent box, they can say, "Hey, Carlos, looks like you're trying to apply for this Citi Double Cash card. I'd like to pass your information to Citi, your name, your address, your last 4 of your social, your email, your phone number, etc. Can I do that for you?" And once the customer says yes, they land on a pre-filled application form that takes seconds to fill out rather than minutes. And that ends up pulling through materially more people through the funnel. So that's kind of what I'll call like magical experience 1 that you can kind of co-design and co-build with your affiliate partners. And by the way, I have no idea if Citi and Experian have that integration built. That was just kind of an illustrative example. The second integration node, and I've mentioned this before when I talked about the super lever in the last episode, but it's this whole idea of signaling to the customer early in the marketing funnel that they have a very high likelihood of approval. You can only really do that with an affiliate partner that has the data, that knows the customer, and that can run your model before the ad is served. So those two experiences together, I think, create a materially different shopping experience than, say, going to your bank's website and just browsing it as an anonymous user and not really knowing whether or not you're going to get approved, and B, not really having any of that pre-fill functionality built in. All right, so let's wrap today's episode. We're exploring the question of why should I play the affiliate game at all? Episode 1, we talked about what is the game, how does it work? Today, we're talking about why should I play? And I want to wrap up with, and I'm going to take a crack at it here, and I'm going to keep an eye on the clock. I'm going to attempt to kind of give you a pitch. You could give your CMO, your COO, your CEO, your board, that could just quickly distill why you should be in the channel and why you should start making investments today to build that out. So here we go. Here's the case for affiliate in 60 seconds. One is it's a big category. Based on publicly available data from affiliate partners that report their financials publicly, there's an easy case to be made that this category is $3 to $5 billion. That translates into tens of millions of accounts per year. We believe it's going to continue to grow because the affiliate marketplaces, because of what they know about the customer, can create magical experiences like pre-fill-in applications and signaling to customers what cards and products they're going to be approved for. And then furthermore, operationally, we have certainty on the CACs that we're going to pay. We have the ability to learn at scale by way of A/B tests and market research that we're going to get from our partners. We can run this like a digital direct mail program and honing in on the audience that we want to approve. We can mitigate a whole bunch of fraud because many marketplaces have a login layer that identifies the user and certifies they're a real person. And lastly, we don't need a lot of people to pull this off. Just a couple incremental hires can get this program off the ground. That's more or less the elevator pitch for the channel. If you're a fintech listening to this, there's an additional note here I want to share. And what you need to be aware of is a lot of the big incumbents, think of the Fortune 500 banks of the world, they built their underwriting, their marketing processes well before these affiliate channels had much scale at all. So what they ended up doing over the last 5 to 10 years is that they ended up kind of adjusting their BAU processes to work within the affiliate channels, but a lot of it's not optimized and a lot of it wasn't built the way they would have built it if they knew affiliate was going to be a big part of their business. And just to give you a couple of examples of what I mean by this. So let's say I have my big bureau relationship with one of the big 3 providers. Just for the sake of the example, let's say I use Experian. But one of my big marketplace partners uses TU, and that's how they do their targeting at the top of the funnel. So now all of a sudden I have to translate my model. That's going to lead to drift. That's going to lead to a lot of organizational challenges. And as a result, my approval rate won't be as high as someone that has the bureaus matched on both sides. It's a very simple example. Another nuanced example might be like the version of FICO I use, or whether I use FICO Advantage or which bureau I buy it from, could make a difference on how well aligned my model is between the back end and the front end. So there's all these little nuanced details that if you were building from scratch, knowing affiliate was going to be a big part of your mix, you would want to nail those up front. But if you've been running for your business for a long time and now the opportunity presents itself to make a small tweak, what's going to feel like a small tweak to your affiliate channel, it's going to be a much harder case to go change out your backend bureau or change the version of FICO you use to improve your funnel efficiency with an affiliate partner. But as a fintech, you can design from the ground up and get all these little details right. And this is something where my business partner, Robert, and I actually spend a good deal of time with some of our clients, kind of just designing from scratch so that when you enter the affiliate channel, your back end processes are designed in the right way. That's a wrap for today. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving a review or sharing this with a colleague that you think might benefit from the content. Or just let me know. Drop me a line on LinkedIn or at my email. All my contact information is in the show notes. Looking forward to seeing you next time.